everybody. I just wanted to put out a quick video here to make sure everybody understood what is exactly required of them in this class in terms of assignments that have to be turned in. There's a lot of tabs on the side. When you're in Blackboard, you have the Getting Started, the Course Content, the Assignments tab, and that's the one I really wanted to look at. All the work that is required for you to do is under that Assignments tab. And I've put all the work for both Math 140 and Math 140A into this same Blackboard page so that you don't have to go navigating back and forth between two Blackboard pages. So the Math 140 assignments will be under the Math 140 folder, and the Math 140A assignments will be under the Math 140A assignments folder. It's pretty obvious, actually, I would hope. So if you click on the Assignments tab, you will see the folders that separate the assignments for Math 140 and Math 140A, as well as another copy of the course schedule. You should have also seen the course schedule in the Getting Started tab, but I put it here as well just to make sure that everybody stays up to date with it. You'll notice that all your assignments for each particular module are always due on Monday night at 11:59 p.m. And it's 8 weeks. This is short. You have 1 week per module. It's very fast-paced. It requires a lot of time, effort, dedication on your part in order for you to be successful. There will be 3 types of assignments that should go in each particular module. For instance, for the Math 140 assignments, you will have stuff to do in Mymathlab, as well as some quizzes to complete on Blackboard. So the Mymathlab assignments will all be done inside that program, Mymathlab. You should have either gotten an access code if you bought the book brand new from the bookstore, or you can purchase access online from the Mymathlab website. There's a link to that under the Math 140 assignments folder. I expect you to complete all that work online. So we're going to start with Module 2, which is Chapter 2 in your textbook. And so if you're working on those problems, you'll notice that all the assignments for Chapter 2 are all due on Monday. That would be June 3rd, Monday, June 3rd. So you could theoretically wait till Monday night at 10 and try to do them all. I highly suggest that you don't do it that way. It's not very efficient, and it especially does not help you learn the material. I would suggest that you actually read through a section, then try to do the preview assignment for the section, then perhaps watch the videos that I've made underneath the course content tab for that particular section, and then afterwards go and work the skill building exercises in Mymathlab for that section. And that's kind of the pattern that I suggest that you follow. After you've done the Mymathlab assignments, you can attempt the quizzes in Blackboard. There are 2 quizzes for each module. The first quiz usually covers the material in the first half of the module, and the second quiz will cover the material in the second half of the module. Those quizzes can also be found under the Math 140 assignments folder. Each of those quizzes gives you 5 attempts to take it, and your best of the 5 attempts is the one that's counted as your grade. Now, if you take it, say, the second time, you don't necessarily get the same questions that you got the first time. Each time that you attempt the test, you get a random selection of 20 questions from a pool. So you may get some of the same questions, you may not. I mean, you want to do your best and write down, hopefully, as you're working them, in case you do get a problem again, that you could perhaps score better on that same one the second time around by not choosing the same wrong answer. So you'll have problems to do in Mymathlab. You will have 2 quizzes per module, and then your other assignment for the module is found under the Math 140A assignments folder, and this is participation in a discussion forum. For each module, I have created a prompt that I would like you to respond to, and you will read the prompt, do whatever research you need to do, click on the proper discussion forum board, and once you're in there, you'll create your initial post responding to whatever the prompt may be. After you've posted your response, I expect you to read the other responses of your classmates. And I want you to respond constructively to at least one other student. And constructive response does not mean, great job, I really like what you wrote. That's a pretty worthless response, and we'll get pretty worthless grades if you do something like that. I expect you to engage with this other student, give them some positive or negative constructive feedback, suggesting that they do something differently, talk about how you learned something that you didn't know beforehand, anything other than, I really like what you did, or great point. That's going to get you no points on the assignment if you do something like that. So I set my expectations high, and I hope that you will strive to meet those. So that is basically the 3 types of assignments that you're going to be required to do this semester. And you will have all 3 of those types, MyMathLab, quizzes in Blackboard, and a discussion forum for each module. So that means each week of the 8 weeks that we have this class. If you are under the course content button, and you're going through the videos and the lecture notes in each particular module, you'll also find that there are suggested assignments there. That's the reading assignment and problems I suggest you work out of the textbook. Those are not to be collected. I will never take those up, so that is, if you want to help learn the material, you do those things, but it's not required, and I will never see what you do there. The only other assignment, if you've referenced the syllabus that's required of you this semester, is the Mymathlab Journal, and I'll talk about that more in depth in a video underneath the Math 140 assignments folder. The Mymathlab Journal is something you do throughout the semester, and you'll turn that in when we have the final exam at the end of the semester. So I hope that better explains what's expected of you. And please feel free to send me emails if you do have any questions.